viewer, behold, today I bring to you Elden Ring. Now with the DLC coming out pretty much today, I thought I would be dumb not to make a video on this game. This game is just holy shit. Now, if you've followed my channel, then you know I've always enjoyed Souls games and I've been loving Elden Ring. In fact, I've called Elden Ring my favorite game of all time multiple times. So you should have no. So for those of you who don't know, I'll say it right here. This game is fucking amazing. If you don't have it, give it a try. If it's on sale, give it a try. Just give it a try. Cause don't listen to the people saying it's too hard. That it's not that hard. The game is not hard. Okay, it's not. It's only as hard as you let it be. And I know that's kind of weird thing to hear. Like, what do you mean? You mean I can change the difficulty? Yes, you technically can. You change difficulty by having a better build or better weapon. Now, I know that's kind of weird, but that really is how it goes. And also, you can also make it even easier by adding spirit ashes. And spirit ashes are pretty much summons, which you pretty much have your own NPC that can help you out and help you fight the boss. And this is extremely useful. Now, these guys are probably the best thing FromSoft has ever done for casual players, because not only does it not increase the boss's health like co-op does, but some of these fucking guys are so ridiculously overpowered, like the Radon Knights and the one there's like a pothead dude. I can't forget. I forgot his name, but he is a scary ass dude. And then there's the mimic tier, the infamous mimic tier, which if people know how to use it right, they can abuse it because if you summon him, he will form to whatever equipment you're wearing. But the weird thing is he is not limited by your stats, so you can actually equip like heavy ass shit that you cannot wear, but your mimic can actually have it on no fucking problem and roll around like no problem. It's really interesting how that shit works on him. But like this game is just such a great and amazing game, and it just rewards player creativity and player um curiosity and player in intuitive, like 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 you have to think about shit. Like it's such a it's such a great game, and I actually want to put it on my number one spot because I think this game is fucking awesome. You can create the character creation is so good. The character creation is like you can really create some really cool characters or some really fucking weird characters depending on how you like to do it. And then you can pick like the character creation is cool because it also like shows you the races of the world, so it gives you like kind of lore. And that's also a cool thing about like Elden Ring that so a lot of games like to spoon feed you their lore and spoon feed you their world. Elden Ring really doesn't do any of that shit. It kind of just tells you if you want to read it. If you don't want to read it, hey, don't fucking read it. And that's actually comes from Dark Souls, where like that all that shit began, and that's where like the joke comes from, where it's like Miyazaki doesn't create lore because he knows his players will make it up as they go, and I think that's one of my favorite inside jokes for inside the community because like we do get that kind of like just one little scrap of information. Like, I'm trying to write shit down. Fucking. Before it was coming out, a lot of people were skeptical on it, saying it wasn't gonna be as good as everyone thought, or it's not gonna be that great, and oh, it's just a rehash of Dark Souls 3. And as someone who loved Dark Souls 3, who play, I was nonstop. I played as an Aldrich Faithful. If you don't know what the Aldrich Faithful, you don't know. But if you know what Aldrich Faithful is, either you're one of us or you're like, oh, this motherfucker, dude. Yeah. So this game is pretty much. They said this game is open world Dark Souls 3 with horses, which I was already sold by that. By that description alone, I was sold in the game. But the game itself turned out to be so amazing, and like It's just so fucking good. Like one of the biggest things I'll say that's I love is the added jumping. Jumping is so cool. Like you don't understand. Jumping in old Souls games was like you'd have to sprint and then you have to like click the button or press. I don't know. Is it click or triangle? I think it was both. They changed it in 2 and 3. But now if you've never done the co-op is the same as well. The co-op is has not changed at all. The co-op is pretty much the same. You put your sign down and other players can summon you. Now there is a difference where they have these statues of America, and these statues are actually you are able to like touch the statue and you can put this little wand, and every statue you've touched your name will appear there for players who are there to for you to help them. And there's also the classic if you look at the top right when you go to online or multiplayer, they have a multiplayer password. So if you want to play with your friends, you just make a password and you tell your friends this password, and then you'll only be able to see each other's summons. Now for those of you who stream, beware, do not put your password out for everyone to see because you're gonna get stream sniped. That's just a heads up. The group shit on the bottom, don't worry about those ones. The group shit, who gives a shit about those? Those are like if you want to see other people's things like clan shit. No one gives a shit. But yeah, and there's also invading. Invading is also can be fun, but it could be annoying in this game too because this game was so there is no limit to when you play with your friends, so you can be like level 80 and summon a level like 600 friend, and he'll be kind of capped, but he'll still be really, really, really strong. And if you invade a world where like he has two friends who are really, really strong, you are pretty much fucked. That's why now like some invaders have like the most diabolical strategies. Like they figured out how to use Mox Triton. So if like they'll corner you and pull out the Triton, then you use the Nahi and just like bleed everyone to death, which I think is pretty funny. But I think that's the beauty of the game. You know, you have good communities and you have bad I'm sorry. You have bad communities and then you have like good communities like here where I fought this guy. We kill each other. This guy just came out with like his Blue Man Group Eustace Bag character and was like, "Yeah, that was awesome." But yeah, that was pretty much it. And I think yeah, that's like the beauty of like the game and the online system and the online world and like how it's unique because like you really can't get this experience anywhere else, especially with like the sword and shield. Like I'll say like people who say don't use shields, I don't like that. Like half the fun of this game, at least for me, is role playing as like a knight. You know, like I'm a fucking knight and I'm here to fucking dog this giant ass bird thing, and you know it feels like cool. You feel like a you feel like a true fantasy warrior, and it just very few games really capture that feeling and make it feel so like realistic. You know, that's also one thing I like is that it's realistic, but it's not. But it really is like it's really realistic fantasy, and I feel like a lot of people are scared of doing that, but I feel like they did a really good job on it, and it's just a great game. I think Miyazaki and the music, oh, the music. I've always liked the FromSoft music. I always thought their music was great. I think one of my favorite boss themes is probably the Abyss Watchers and Gwen, the Lord of Cinder. But this game's music is so good. I think my favorite theme in this game has to be the Godskin Noble theme. The Godskin Noble theme is just such a great theme. And speaking of the Godskin Noble, you get to fight two of these motherfuckers. I don't know why the game makes you fight two, but you have to fight two of them. But luckily, I had my friend with me, and we fucked these guys up. Like we fucked them up so bad they stopped fighting us. That was the first time I've ever seen a boss actually quit the game. It felt good because you know if you know the Godskin duo, you know they've made many players rage. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just like I said, the game is amazing. The builds, the you can play however you want. You don't play as a mage, play as a mage. You don't play as a warrior, play as a warrior. You don't play as a thief, you play as a thief. You don't play as a rogue, play as a rogue. You can play. You have 3 slots, and as long as your stats pass, and you can equip. You have enough durance, and you can hold in the item load is enough you can just build your character however the fuck you want. And that's so awesome. And the game doesn't deny you shit. It's like just do it. Just fucking just do it. And that's just so great. And now with Shadow of the Earth Tree coming out with another 80, 60 hours of content, I think this game is a no-brainer. And if it's on sale, you have to do yourself a favor and pick it up. Like if it's $20, no, it's a no-brainer. If it's $5, bro, if it's on like Game Pass or PS Plus catalog, give it a try, dude. Just let's give it a try. Maybe you won't like it. Maybe you won't like it. Sure, maybe you won't like it. But if you do, bro, at least for like 140 hours, maybe more, because I have characters with so many hours. But I also am one of those guys who like leave leave the game on and go AFK for like 3 hours and come back and go, oh, the game's on. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched the whole video, if you didn't watch the video, then you're not here. Peace out. Uh, yeah, thank you so much. Be sure to click it, like it, and like it. Peace.